All right, YouTube world. So we're back today, and as last time uh, mentioned, that we will be talking about Linea coin. So what Linea coin is? It was built by a company called Consensys, and what it does is it provides smart contracts with a computer that's stored on the blockchain, and then that runs automatically when conditions are met. So Consensys or Linea coin, I believe they did by the research I had found, is they're basically teaming up with Ethereum, and they're going to lower the costs. So Ethereum is expensive when you send it because a gas in the coin of Ethereum is too expensive. So what they're going to do is they're going to team up with Ethereum, and they're going to build value around having a smart contract, which is, it's stable, it's safe, it's cost effective. There's a lot of really good things I think Consensys is doing based on some of the research I've already done. So some of the things that Consensys is going to kind of master, because every single time I talk about these crypto coins, I'm talking about what they're going to specialize in. So the things they'll specialize in that I found were it'll be easier to audit. It'll be cross-border, which means it can go to any country from one person to another, one company to another. There'll be customer loyalty programs. There'll be NFT memberships. NFTs, a lot of times people say like, oh, this painting was NFT'd, and it means like there was like say an artist did a painting, and then it's worth something because it's backed by NFT, which is involved with blockchain. And then there'll be on-chain accounting and real-time treasury. So those are just a few of the things that I found. It seems like they're going in a direction that they specialize in. They're not just continuing what Ethereum is doing. So they're going to be a benefit for Ethereum when it comes to the Ethereum network, because I know a lot of people have been saying it for a long time. And then if you follow Ethereum, it's expensive when you want to send it anywhere from one person to another, one wallet to another. It becomes kind of expensive. So in a real world situation for like employees for a company, some of the ways that it'll benefit will be international wage payments, which is really nice because you can say you work you work in different countries. Those payments will always be basically cross-border. So I mentioned cross-border payments, and then it'll be tied to smart contracts, which keeps it stable and safe. So those are some of the things that will be good for that in that aspect. And then it'll lower peer-to-peer or person-to-person payment. So like I said, Ethereum has become expensive. So they're gonna team up with Ethereum, and they're gonna help them in that aspect. So if you guys are already familiar with Ethereum, it's been one of the original blockchain companies. And then a few other things that'll tokenize bonuses, and then there'll be training certificates and expense reimbursement. So that kind of goes hand in hand with all the expense that Ethereum has. So they're going to make up for what Ethereum is lacking right now, and that's why I believe Consensys is going to be a great company, a great crypto to buy, take an opportunity on, because they're going to be working with Ethereum. So those are some of the indicators that came to me when I was going over the information that I found, the website. I always watch videos just to see I take little snippets of key things that pop up to me like that are different. So again, this is going to be cost effective. It's going to be cheaper. It's going to be safe, and then it's going to grow. So there's going to be value or tokenization behind what Consensys is doing. So Then I go down kind of, I go for companies, and then I go for employees, and then now we're going to talk about everyday people. So how it's going to benefit everyone is it's going to lower banking fees, vehicle titles, loyalty rewards, and peer-to-peer payments. So reiterating kind of what I already mentioned with companies, but then this will work for person to person, even if it's you're not working with a company or you're not working, for a company that's sending you payments. So all these cryptos that I've already done videos on, they all have cost efficiency, they all have tokenization, and they're all safe. Those are the three main things that you're going to find in cryptos. When a cryptocurrency says we are the one of those three things or all three, you're hoping for all three. Really, that's what you're really targeting. If they're saying all three, then you're on board with listening to them more. And then if they start mentioning things that they specialize in the economy or for companies or for individuals, that's when you start, your ears kind of go up and go, all right, this is a good company. I think I'm going to dive in a little bit more and learn a little bit more about each company that you run into when they say those things. So those are indicators for you guys, for any of you guys that are new. Just think of, it's safe, it's cost effective, and it's tokenized. Those are the three things you want to hear. If you hear those things, then you know this company is sustainable. They're gonna be lasting. There's plans for them in the future. And then the last thing that I found were strengths that Consensys specifically has. So again, I hope I've been simple, but you guys can go back and watch this again. So the strengths are, it's high. It'll send for high value, high volume, high volume payments. It'll finance DeFi. It'll do stablecoin payments, which is where I think they're going to come in and help Ethereum. So Ethereum's kind of getting hit with the gas cost. So with that, they're going to step in and almost act as a stable coin for Ethereum. So that's where that will be. And then it will be effective for businesses having smart contracts. So that'll keep all your crypto safe, or your payments. So hopefully that's been pretty straightforward on the information. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Make sure to write in the comments. If anything wasn't really clear, I'll leave all this information in the description. And then underneath it all, well, above it, I'll leave the website for Consensys, because it is Consensys building. They've built this product called Linea. And I believe Linea is 0.007 right now. And I will leave all that information and everything that I can make it as simple as possible. And lastly, this is what I'm going to start doing at the end of the video too. Some of the exchanges you guys can buy it on, I'm not sure about Coinbase, not too positive about that. I know if you download MetaMask and you sign up with them, MetaMask has like Fox for its logo. You can download it, you can get all your information signed up, all that stuff, put your debit card to it, and you can buy Linea, spelled Linea. And another way that I found was, if you want to send Bitcoin, if you want to buy some Bitcoin, and you send it to exodus.io, it's another app. Exodus is an app where you guys can buy from, it's an exchange. So you'd send Bitcoin to exodus.io, you'd exchange it for Ethereum. And then because Linea is an Ethereum coin, it's out of the Ethereum network, you'll sell your Ethereum, you'll trade it, you'll swap, it's a swap trade. You'll trade your Ethereum for Linea on Exodus. So those are two, MetaMask and Exodus. Again, guys, I will leave all this information down below. Make sure you guys like the video and please subscribe. Like I said, I'm new, but I do know a lot about this. So if you guys have questions, just don't, make sure you ask them, because I love diving into crypto. I love knowing where this is going. And Linea is a great opportunity because it's under a penny. So how many of you guys could do really well with this right now? Again, if you can forward it to friends and family, that would be another great thing. And the next time that I do a video, I will be talking about Jasmy coin. So Jasmy, if you guys want to take a look at it, it's been said to be the Japanese Bitcoin, but obviously there's more information on it. I will be doing that my next video. And yeah, look forward to doing another video for you guys, and have a great day.